Hello, this is Run the Numbers. My name is Jason, and today we have a video for you that's part of our warm-up series. So I'm on the go, walking, pass through a cool spot here in Los Angeles, California, where it's nice and sunny. We're enjoying it. Putting this video out here that's part of our 100 video challenge. That's a challenge to make 100 videos in 100 days, published to YouTube, so it's out into the world and hopefully helps you to have a better time on your personal finance journey, have some things that you learn, have some things that you think through, and overall hope it's helping you out. So with that, we want to get right into some of these good topics that are helping you out. And we're going to continue talking about side hustles. I've made a whole lot of videos already about side hustles, why you might want to get into one, what kind of things you might want to think through as the disadvantages and to maybe not get into one. What are some specific examples? Fastest ways to get. I did a whole lot related to side hustles. I'm actually gonna turn right around and go right back into the spot I was just at, noticing how there's some noisy things over there I want to avoid. So I want to continue talking about side hustles, and specifically what I want to talk about in this video is why you might want to stop your side hustle. So I have 3 signs that I'm going to share with you right now, right here, as to why and how you should know you should stop your side hustles. 3 signs for you to stop your side hustle. So let's jump right into it. The first one being is that you are showing signs of fatigue. And I want to kind of make clear this isn't just like, oh, my side hustle requires a whole lot more time, so I'm getting a lot less sleep, I'm waking up early mornings, that sort of thing. This is a little bit different. This is like chronic fatigue. This is where, if you watch the video in particular that I made related to side hustles and the disadvantages of side hustles, where I talk about it's important to avoid exhaustion and all the very serious negative repercussions that come along of reaching the dangerous levels of fatigue. Okay, maybe. Yeah, I'll keep going here. So yeah, if you watch that video, I'll put the link to that video in the description. I went ahead and mentioned about how, yeah, you could in fact experience fatigue. This is the level, though, that I'm talking about, where, yes, you're gonna experience fatigue that has such negative consequences that, in fact, your primary source of income could be negatively impacted. That is to say, your day job, your day-to-day work becomes negatively impacted. You might have a situation where you, in fact, have kind of this, one thing or the other, needs to go. And if you're looking at it as what's the thing with stable income, what's the thing that's a bit safer, you might want to consider, depending on what's going on in your life, that in fact the side hustle might be the thing that you, for at least some time being, it could be a cloudy picture as to when, but at some point into the future you could pick it up. But for some time being, you're thinking at least hitting the pause button, if not the stop button entirely. So this is to say, yeah, chronic fatigue, very serious fatigue, not just some sort of something that's a temporary nature. So okay, that's a clear sign right there. The very chronic and serious sign of fatigue. and really exhaustion. That's the kind of thing I hit on the other video I mentioned, and that's what I want to hit on here. Yeah, you're going to in fact have the signs of exhaustion. Okay, now let's jump right into the second one, the second sign. And this one is a little bit more nebulous, a little bit harder to kind of say that there's like maybe one sign in particular, but you know, it's obviously some serious life event occurred, and that could be positive or negative. And basically, yeah, your situation that you have that allows you to give your time, attention, even possible, you know, financial resources, all that have changed because of the particular life event you had. So a good example is maybe for whatever reason you had to move, or you get to move. Maybe that apartment that you wanted has finally opened up, and you're able to, you know, move to that neighborhood you've wanted to move to and grab that apartment. Maybe you're able to purchase that home if that's the way you're moving. Maybe it's a major life event. You were able to get married, you were able to have a kid, you were able to do all these things, and those are all, you know, wonderful, positive things, but it just definitely reshapes, kind of recalibrates the, you know, abilities you have with your, time, attention, and even possible financial resources. So definitely a sign of why you might want to stop a side hustle is, in fact, if you have a major life event. So that's pretty clear that, that could be something of a drastic change has occurred, and you got to reevaluate and determine that, in fact, maybe due to the things changing in your life, it's time to stop the side hustle. All right, now let me mention the third of the 3 signs you should stop your side hustle, and that is really something that's a little bit less of kind of something of a step function of change, but maybe something that could happen that would be a little bit more gradual, and that is that you might, in kind of simple terms, you might have just simply lost the passion you have for your side hustle, especially if it's the case where your side hustle is something of a passion project. If you're in this situation where you know, you've been doing your passion project, your side hustle, and it takes so much internal drive, and just simply, for whatever reason or another, you have something of a wake-up call, and that slow, gradual process of losing the passion, losing that internal drive, you know, just kind of hits you that, in fact, you've reached the point where, you've lost it to a breaking point, and you don't have that passion anymore. That's going to be something that you'll have to answer for yourself as to, you know, when that is, why that is, all that. But it's clearly a sign that, you need to stop your side hustle. We could get way more into that, the whole loss of the passion for it, for your particular side hustle, what's going on there. But we'll leave it for you to think through. Possibly could be something we discuss later on in another video, but I'll leave you there, here and now. I'll also mention one kind of bonus. You weren't expecting this. One bonus, because I only promised 3. Now I'm going to give you kind of a 3.5, a bonus, because I kind of was mentioning all these things that were a bit more of on the negative, on the down, a downer of sorts. And so I want to mention something positive. Maybe why you're stopping the side hustle is, in fact, you've really succeeded. You've done all of what you wanted to do with your side hustle, to the point where your side hustle is reaching the heights of financial success, reaching the heights of gaining the skills you're hoping, gaining the creative all the different things of why you might be looking to have this side hustle. You've basically reached out for those things, and in fact you've grabbed on, and you've succeeded to the point where now you don't need to really have this as a side hustle. You've graduated out of having a side hustle, and in fact what you really want from this point on is really to have this what was side hustle, that this becomes your actual primary work, and whether that's because of financial reasons or other. Now I'll give some word of caution. You might want to make sure, especially if the financial numbers are there, and that's the reason you're graduating out your side hustle into become your primary focus. My word of caution is really make sure that you've shown repeated history of that side hustle being successful. So that's to say, maybe instead of just one successful month, maybe that's the case going on, you've had one successful month, maybe you reach out for 2 or even 3, a longer time horizon, to really make sure that, if you're stopping your side hustle, making it no longer the side hustle, but in fact your primary work, maybe you should hold off on that and still have your primary, and kind of balance the two, your 9 to 5, your actual day job, and continue to have the side hustle. Have it for a little bit more time while you truly make sure your side hustle, kind of is what you think it is, with the financial success that it could be. There's all kinds of maybe reasons why you might not want to do what I just said. I could go into that later, go into this whole philosophy of you might want to just jump in, burn the boats. Once you know it's working, dive in, all this. We could talk about that at length. I'm going to leave you with my advice of really think through, make sure that the side hustle, graduating out of being a side hustle into your primary focus, really is something that's really for real, that works out. Okay, I'm going to leave you there with these 3 signs to stop your side hustle, and a kind of one bonus one of graduating out your side hustle into your primary focus. Hope that's been entertaining. It's been something thought-provoking for you, and I'll leave you there. Got it read. Bye.